Welcome everyone to another episode of Learnin and Stuff.
We're still playing Never Alone, but today we're going to discuss meaning.
So first, we should mention. I guess if you're watching this video, you've probably already seen the context video.
Yes.
I was about to explain what happened last time. But I guess if you're watching this video, odds are you've already seen the first one.
Yeah, unless you're jumping right into this.
Which, I mean, you can do.
Oh yeah, it's totally viable. Oh, no.
So when it comes to meaning of this game, it's the meaning, is informed by the context, right?
Yeah.
I think we touched on it last time. A little bit about why they wanted to make this game, right?
Yeah, on how it was really important to get, to expose the world to their culture.
Yeah. And as a result of that, one of the things that I think we really see in this game is a strong cultural identity. We touched on it a little bit at the end of last episode as well, how this is something that this culture is pretty different from what we see in a lot of other games and in, sort of the culture we live in.
Oh yeah, it's vastly different than the culture we live in compared to, us, how we have everyone, even 8-year-olds, have cell phones, and Nuna appears to be 8, and you okay there, Foxy?
Fox has decided that he wanted to take a break on the wall, and he's just gonna chill here.
All right.
So how about we restart from checkpoint?
We'll restart from checkpoint.
Okay. Sometimes that does happen.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, and I will say this game probably has the best checkpoint system I've ever played in a game.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, because we had to restart from checkpoint, and it just left us right where we were. I mean, we didn't have to retrack, we didn't have to do 10 minutes of the same footage. It's absolutely perfect.
It is really nice. It keeps us engrossed in what's going on, without having to really spend too much time being like, okay, well now I gotta do this and then I gotta do that.
Yeah, and I have to do things over and over again. Mm-hmm. It's just get you right back into it so you don't have to get out of the experience. No, Spirit, where are you going?
Oh, nope. Okay.
No, we don't need you, buddy. We need this one.
Yeah. I don't, whoops. I don't really remember where he's going.
No.
Am I going up here with him? I mean, I got up here.
I have to get up there.
You need to get up here. Okay. Well, there's that thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's how we got up here.
Yes.
So I can get up here, and
I cannot reach it.
So we're gonna keep figuring this out. Some other things about the cultural identity aspect of this game, right? The meaning.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one of the really big components of this game. Like what I felt like they were really trying to convey is who these people are, right?
Yeah.
So with that in mind, do you want to go into a little bit about, with this game as your reference for who the Inupai people are, how would you describe them?
I would say, judging just from this game and the little bit of research we did, I would say that Inuit people they're definitely connected with nature.
Sure.
They have a great respect for it, as well as harmony with it. They don't, they don't overfish. They don't overhunt. They get what they need to survive and just go from there, which is something I greatly respect. Especially, they seem probably used every part of the animal. They have a great respect for spirits as well. And from what I can tell from this is it's the animals that give them the ability to that's
There we
what
go.
we need to do.
I knew there was something around here. Nice.
Yeah. So, I need you.
Yep.
Just like this, I can't see the spirit without the fox.
Mm-hmm.
And we get, guidance from the spirits because the animals help us. Without them, we wouldn't have a connection to the spiritual world. From that, I can also tell... they have a very unique art style. It's not something I've ever really seen before.
Sure.
Just how... just looking... Turn around. Just from the little cutscenes we see, normally when somebody shows motion, they have motion lines. Mm-hmm. Which is basically... just 3 little lines you can put behind almost any object, and it gives it motion, it gives it life. Here, when they were drawing the bolo, it was just basically 10 or 8 lines with, the ball at the end to kind of show that it has motion. It's a unique way of showing... It's a new perspective on showing the same thing that we go through.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see.
I can't either. I think I need to...
There we go. Okay, maybe we both have to go up there.
I think I... Hey there, buddy. I think...
Come on, camera.
Oh!
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Alright.
Nope.
It decided to have a little bit of kerfuffle.
I need you to come this way. It physically isn't letting me go the other way.
Alright, so drop on down there.
Okay, there we go.
Now we got this.
No, there you go, Nuna. Alright. Now we got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing, they just have a very unique way of looking at the world.
Okay.
And how they explain the world, such as having having spirits and mythical creatures and a giant whale made of ice. I mean, because right now we're inside a whale.
That's actually a good point that I forgot about.
Yeah. Like, we are in the... Come on. There you go. We are in, like, the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
And it's all made of ice, and it basically kind of shows me explaining how the glaciers change and why they change.
Which is, it's a pretty significant deal.
Yeah, I mean, the glacial changes are very important to life and how it goes on.
Absolutely. And that ties back in with, part of who they are is also, the land. Like you said, this connection with nature. Because they have this very strong idea of a connection with nature, you have to also talk about where they live, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're native to Alaska, which is a very brutal area to live. And, I mean, there's polar bears.
Which are brutal.
They're very brutal. Ooh, there's something in the background.
See, that scares me.
See, that's either a creature the whale has eaten or, like, some process of the whale. It could be, like, the hole that connects the stomach to the intestine.
Okay.
I don't really know, although there's another one back there, so probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, something I gotta do again.
Yeah.
I really like that they do have a very distinct and honest identity about themselves.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to see more of this kind of game.
Oh, yeah, I like how this is a new genre of game.
Yeah.
What this game is, it's a world genre. It really shows the worldview and the culture of a people. It's telling a story of them and who they are. Not, we're Marines and we're getting attacked by aliens.
Which, I mean, that sentiment may say something about American culture.
we're very gung-ho and just like, yeah, we can do this.
Yeah.
Hoorah!
Yeah, I was about to. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Okay, I made it. Okay. Yeah. And as you mentioned, this land is very brutal. You mentioned the glacier, the polar bear, the freezing water, which admittedly we're not drowning in.
That's because we're in the whale, so it's no longer freezing. It's kept warm by the body of the ice whale.
The glacier whale.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, no, I can believe that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. It's a great glacier whale.
See, there we go. Now we're going out the blowhole. Yeah, I mean, just looking at the art style, it's basically Scrimshaw. Just the whole thing, and how, like, just their way of describing, like, falling into the sky. It's not something you hear in our culture. And it's a very unique perspective of, if you're being blown out of a blowhole, it feels like you're falling towards the sky.
Yeah. I do want to mention one thing that was just, like, the wording of something that was just said.
Yeah.
Like you said, we fell up into the sky and washed up below a coastal village.
Yeah.
It's almost like we fell up under something.
Yeah, and a coastal village that apparently looked decimated.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is from the blizzard as well, or if it's from something else.
Yeah, no, I wonder how long this has been here. Because the blizzard was definitely taking a toll on Nuna's village.
Oh yeah, I mean, things were on fire and everything was dying.
Although, admittedly, the fire wasn't because of...
no, the fire was because of the terrible man.
Yeah.
Ow.
Speaking of the terrible man, what is that, like... The terrible man is one of the villains here, right?
Yeah.
What can we say?
Oh no.
Oh. Obviously, the terrible man is like a big enemy of ours.
Yeah.
But what does that say if this game is about their cultural identity, right?
Yeah.
What does that say about their values if what he is...
What he represents?
Yeah.
I could see a couple different things. I mean, the tribe wants to get away from the government. Mm-hmm. I could see it being a representation of outsiders coming in and searching for things that aren't theirs and wanting to take what's not theirs. Such as the bolo could represent, you know, their spirit, their fighting spirit, their hunting way of life. And no, Foxy!
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be those things, and how the same thing with the Native Americans in history. But
yeah, be careful with what you say there.
Yeah, did not mean that. Just how the government came in and said, you know what, you guys can't do that anymore. You have to do this instead. And in fact, we're going to take your land also. Because we the government, and this is ours. Mm-hmm. So that all belongs to us. And with the Inuit Inpuet?
Yeah. The
Inpuet people, on how they don't want their life taken away. They don't want their culture to be stripped from them. Mm-hmm. The same thing could be... Oh, I gotta help you, don't I?
Yeah, probably.
Alright, Foxy, come on. I really love the Aurora Borealis on top there.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's it's despite the harshness of the cold and everything, it's actually it's a pretty place.
Oh, I messed that one up. Yeah, and like I was saying with the Indian people, how we took their livelihood away, and the Inpuet people probably don't want their livelihood and their culture taken away the same way. And I feel that them wanting to share their culture with people around the world, so we understand. Whoa, okay. That looks creepy.
Apparently that's the Aurora Borealis.
So the Aurora Borealis has come down to hunt people who haven't yielded the Elder's Wisdom, which is what I apparently just did.
Elder's Wisdom. Do not jump across short gaps while giant things try to grab you.
While the Aurora Borealis tries to take you to the stars.
Correct.
Which, that in itself could be a small little lesson in respecting your elders and understanding that their wisdom is precious and vital.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Which is like so many of the things we keep bringing up in this game, that's a message I feel isn't too often talked about in like modern American culture.
Oh no, because modern American culture very much values young spirit and the youth. But a ton of other cultures don't value, young people as. And there I go.
Bye.
Foxy, save me.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, Foxy. We just don't value the elderly anymore, and there's a loss of respect and value there. Oh, that is so close. All right, given the choice, 9 out of oh god, 9 out of 10 Americans given the choice, would you rather have, if you were on a lifeboat,
sure,
and there was only room for one more person, you had to choose the elder or the child.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, people are probably going to choose the child. However, like in Japan, they would choose the elder because their wisdom is irreplaceable.
Okay.
They have a much greater respect for the elder. And because their also thought process is you can just make another child. You can't make that elder again. Their wisdom is irreplaceable.
I see. Which also ties in with cultural identity. If like the value of the culture is on always new and young, you sort of miss out on like a consistent like identity you can fall back on and say, this is us, this is something that stood the test of time.
Yeah, if you're always embracing the new, there's no, like you said, there's no consistency of what to fall back on.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we have like new iPhones every year. And they're not vastly different from each other, but they're different enough where you can't rely on the one before it.
I'm sorry.
Dang it, Foxy. Hey, see? Checkpoint system, awesome.
Yeah.
We didn't have to redo anything, it just picked up right where we left off.
Which is awesome.
I love it. This is easily my favorite checkpoint system of the entire game.
Yeah.
Of any game, really.
True.
Like, I was trying to play Halo the other day, and how it was going was, well, it was not going very well. And I kept having to do the same mission from the start over and over again. And I appreciate a challenge, but at a certain point, it's no longer a challenge, it's just more monotonous. And I feel this isn't meant to give a challenge, it's meant to tell a very beautiful story.
Yeah. I think a certain level of challenge is going to be
not getting crushed by boxes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel a certain level of challenge is going to be inherent to this.
Yeah.
Because, this is, like we've already talked quite a bit about, this is a pretty harsh place, and there's a lot of scary...
There are very scary Aurora Borealises coming to eat your foxes.
And so conveying that sense of danger and having a sense of, hey, these could be some very bad things.
Oh yeah, like, I'm not saying there's no challenge at all, but the purpose of the game isn't to have a challenge.
Okay, for sure.
The purpose is telling of the story, whereas you have, like, Halo on Legendary. The purpose is to kick your teeth in.
Yeah.
But here, the whole purpose is just to tell a very engrossing and beautiful story, and not with just what's going on in the actual game, but, with the environmental storytelling. Because, I mean, look around, like, things are brutal and deadly and trying to kill us.
Yeah,
and it just shows, like, the natural dangers of the world.
True. And no one had to tell us that this was a dangerous place. We
No.
figured that out quickly enough.
Yeah, go back. Look at that face. That
Yeah.
is a scary green face.
Mm-hmm. So coming back to the idea of cultural identity,
Yeah. Nope.
we sort of touched on, like, it's something important, and the problem with placing too much emphasis on youth and missing out on, like, elders' wisdom. You can...
Nope, that was my fault.
Okay. When that happens, you can miss out on having a cultural identity.
Yeah.
I was interested in hearing your ideas on why having a cultural identity is important.
Oh god, having a cultural identity is extremely important. What your culture is helps. It helps you have a connection. It helps you have a connection to your past and to help better figure out where you're going in the future. Your culture is everything from how you dress to the food you eat to how it's even prepared.
Mm-hmm.
The music that you listen to, the instruments that you use, your art, everything can be your culture. And there are so many macro and minor culture. Okay. So many, like, macro and micro cultures. And I'm sorry, this is a very tricky spot.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Take your time.
I did not. I know, Foxy, be sad. And having a cultural identity is just so vastly important. I don't know entirely who I would be without my own cultural identity.
Okay.
What about you? How important is a cultural identity from your viewpoint?
From my viewpoint, obviously there's, people are individuals, but for me, cultural identity is the way, it's how you identify yourself. It's not just, there's a whole bunch of different things people can use to describe themselves, different tags or labels.
Yeah.
And obviously everyone's an individual and everyone has their own case. And everyone's different. But I would say cultural identity is how you can say, here's how you are united with other people.
Yeah, and we are built for community. Everyone, like we as a species, we don't do well by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We break down, we go insane, we go crazy. Everyone is built to belong with a group. And that's not saying, oh god, that, you have to belong to a specific group.
Sure.
But Foxy. We're designed and built to be a part of community. It's extremely important.
All right. I totally agree. So
Yeah.
I'm all on board for that.
I mean, we have so many different communities and cultures. I mean, just in the gaming community alone,
Mm-hmm.
we have people who only play FPSs, people who only do RTSs, or someone who plays one MMO for the rest of their life, regardless of what's going to happen. I mean, there are still people who... I have one friend who only plays WoW, and she just won't play any other video game because, one, there's no time.
Sure.
And she just doesn't feel there's a need to play any other game. And that's where her friends and her community is.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely agree. And even here at this moment, where in this game we've been coming for so...
Whoa!
What?
Oh no!
No. No.
No, Foxy, get
No,
up!
Fox.
Foxy, get up!
No. No, terrible man.
No,
No.
terrible. You're a terrible man. Give me back Foxy. Give me Foxy.
Give him the bola.
Fine, I will give you the bola.
Give him the bola.
Give me Foxy. Give.
No. No.
No.
No.
Whoa. Oh.
That just sent some chills up my spine.
I'm actually trying not to cry.
Yeah.
Dude, the first 5 minutes of Up, the first couple minutes of Ori, every single one of those times I've almost cried.
Yeah.
And then, like, when he's going through the scrapbook, and Up, oh man, it's like Mom's cutting onions, and I just can't stop. And this part is honestly just as bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he's been hanging out the whole time, and now he just had his neck snapped.
And it was it was really significant because also we definitely saw Foxy, you know, before had the strong connection with, you know, spirits and stuff, and then after he broke his neck, spirit was gone.
Yeah. I mean, and just how broken up she is over Foxy dying. I mean, that just shows a great respect and love for nature. Not just because I feel it would... Not just because of being a companion the whole time, but just for that deep respect for the spiritual connection that animals have. And I feel like she was saying a little prayer there. Or a little guidance.
Fox?
In a hoodie?
Fox! I think.
Is
this Fox?
Well, I mean, now there's a
Fox?
spirit.
And Fox is not on the ground anymore.
I didn't notice that. Hey, Foxy! Yeah. Foxy! You can fly. You can...
Fox can fly now.
Foxy can fly. That makes me feel so much better.
Yeah.
Ooh, interact with spirits.
Tying in with this whole connection with nature and understanding cultural identity.
Yeah.
And that they're like connected to the land and the people and everything there. This is definitely...
It shows an extreme connection, because there's not just... Normally, all we've seen so far is we've only seen spirits separated.
Yeah.
On how we see a school of fish, or we see, you know, birds flying. But here we're actually seeing, like, the spirit... Oh, God. Like, the spirit of the woods. And the spirit that resides in the trees themselves. Because if we see him again...
Yeah, there's some faces, I think. I think I saw some faces on these trees.
Faces, which are both a little weird.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There are the faces.
Yep, there they are.
There we go.
Just bringing this on up.
Yeah, no, as far as it goes.
Okay.
I think we have to go this way. It's like the trees themselves come alive with their own spirit, and I feel trees are often shown as having the highest connection with spirit. Oh, okay.
There we
that
go.
makes a lot more sense. Thank you, Birdie.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Thank you, antagonistic wind, who gives me a little bit of hope, and then throws it all away.
So as we're, you know, talking about meaning here and everything,
Yeah.
and talking about cultural identity, I feel like we've hit some really important points here.
Especially that humans need a connection with the spirit world through animals, and if they don't, the spirit guide will go away, and I will fall to my doom.
Correct.
And I would rather not do that.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. I forgot the influence, the symbiotic influence people and things can have on each other.
Oh yeah, especially flying fox spirits.
Yeah. Like it happens, like you do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what's not normal about that? Okay, I'm sorry.
Ooh, faces. Faces again.
Hey, faces. So yeah,
this is a very for me, something that I really definitely feel connected to is the idea that people are connected to the land they're on.
Yeah.
And the land like call home. And so I'm definitely connecting with this idea of, hey, there's these trees and
Keep
Like-
moving it.
Got to make it a little difficult for you.
Yeah, just a little.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, connection with nature and connection with things, I feel, are very important and something that we could apply to our lives.
mm-hmm.
And that's the connection with nature going away. And
See-
I feel that is a great way to end this episode, and we'll get back next week with application.
All right. So next week we'll be talking about how to apply this idea of cultural identity and its importance and everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good. So we'll see you all next week.
Bye.